yes. That's the claps. We love to start with them every time, all the time. With that being said, hello, welcome back. We are here again with D&D, but with that of Soul Hunter Academy, episode 18. Can you believe it?
No.
So what you're telling me is, we're reaching the end of season 1.
Honestly?
Season 1 ended a minute ago, I won't lie to you.
Yeah, the end of season 1 was a while ago, man.
That is true. This is season 2.
Like, we've had so many character deaths.
It's okay. It's like Attack on Titan. Clearly, just the end of season 1.
I really think the plants going away was probably the end of season 1.
Oh, yeah, the plants. Fair. Or at least the end of the first arc. This is the second arc.
Covering multiple arcs in a season? Oh my gosh.
No, adjustments. With that being said, though, who wants to give me a fantastic small little recap or a little bit of an inspiration?
You guys want to go or you guys want me to go?
You can go.
I mean, you explained it earlier, so.
Alright. So, basically, last time, yesterday, 2 days ago, we slept after dealing with the rabbits, traveled for a bit. The snow got real bad, so we hid under the giant ice orb that trapped two things hunting each other. Pretty sure it speaks Aquan. It reacted to Aquan. I don't really know what's up with it. But, after taking shelter, nothing much happened, so we went on our merry way to the mines. As, you know, snowstorm died down. At the snowstorm, I live, kind of sat with the carriage, watching Corona, struggle to convince the giant man to let them pass. I don't know what the giant man said back, but it was funny to watch. Either way, apparently.
I just imagine you're just in the distance. You're like, I can't tell what he's saying, but I think he's talking shit.
Observant does that. But anyways, the others were apparently gathered into the tent. There were apparently 3 beholders in there. Fun, neat. They came out with a cute little failure of a beholder. A gazer. The gazer's now watching over us as we scour through these mines to look for an artifact of some sort. Oh, and then Corona decided to bother 2 giants on a break. We passed by an Etten and another giant that was very, very much silent. Oh, and a weird space beholder that also existed. Fun times, fun times. Oh, and then we killed moles. The moles were very bad for our armor and stuff.
I lost my armor, man.
Oh, yeah, Object lost his suit.
Pain.
Pain. Yeah, but that pretty much wrap up what has happened last session. Nice. You have your little small inspiration you may or may not need it for today. Who knows? But now, we get back into the situation, especially as we will proceed to how do I put this? Proceed to go back quite a ways, as instead of being exactly on this map here where we are, where one person in particular may or may not be able to see it, we will go back to probably what would be I think it's about a week back, as we go back to seeing
Good God, you guys traveled for a week in 2 games? That's crazy.
I think it was more like we traveled and then we went back and then we traveled again.
It was a lot.
We'll
Yeah.
see that during this span of a time, Glacier's been having a bit of trouble, especially between that of herself with the fact that she wanted to focus on studies more than anything right now, and including the fact of being a bit lost per se because of the not per se loss of some members as it was worse for others, but for her, I would assume that would be that of her big rat, who has been in that of an egg for, I'd say, at least a few days. With that, it's somewhat too much for Glacier to be able to take at the moment, I would say. But after some time thinking it over, after some diligence of trying to see what could potentially be this egg of any research of sorts, nothing, unfortunately, has come up. Maybe it could be due to the lack of the teachers not being here, basically a lack of guidance per se. Or maybe it was something else. But that was when Glacier had seen the crack.
Was it supposed to do that?
Who knows? But it still
It's all
cracks.
flesh. Why is it cracking?
You'll notice an unfathomable amount of slime just start to kind of ooze out in different directions. Like saliva almost. As crawling out from this egg, you see Big Rat. He's normal? Kind of just stands out.
Kind of stares at the
waves.
rat for a minute. No, you didn't wave before. You just should wave a little bit. And are you alive? Am I hallucinating?
Big Rat would give you kind of like you sound kind of crazy, like a finger sign.
If I do the mind link thing, are you gonna actually talk to me this time?
He kind of just shrugs.
You mean you don't know?
He just throws up his hands.
Glacier will try it. She will Psionic Whispers link to Big Rat and see if he is capable of thought. No.
Unfortunately,
That will last
are
for
not
6 hours.
able to connect to it. Almost as if the same rule is applied from before. Who knows?
Wasn't able to connect before. Question mark?
Huh?
I was able to connect before you had said he wouldn't respond with.
Well, I'm saying it works the same way as it was before.
Gotcha.
Like, you'll link, but like you won't really get much.
Yeah. Well, do you have any way to tell me what just happened? What that was?
I don't know, but Big Rat kind of just shrugs, looks at the eggs. Looks at the egg left over and some of the shells and the slime, picks one up and starts to chew on it.
Yeah. I don't think you should do that. Doesn't look healthy.
It tries to share some with you. Maybe you like some.
And Glacier just shakes her head and brushes it back towards him.
The only thing that I will say, quite out of notice though, is when you basically turned away, or basically like was like, no, you don't want to eat any. You you give me an insight check.
All right, one sec. This is one of the things I'm proficient in. If it doesn't pass, psionic energy go.
You have noticed. You have noticed for some reason it almost seems like Big Rat's holding something, but like you weren't able to specifically tell. You were just barely able to see that he grabbed something almost, and you're not quite sure.
Is is everything okay? Are you hiding something?
Big Rat does that whole hiding, probably hiding something behind their back pose.
Rachel just pauses and thinks about it for a minute. Why are you hiding something? Can you not just show me?
It like
Why
it
is
Big
that?
Rat kind of like reluctantly shows like he doesn't want to, but the fact that you already caught on kind of was like, all right. As you will see, Big Rat pulls out, I would assume, pretty much one coin of whatever the highest of your coins were, as he had swiped a coin from you.
That would be a silver coin. Rachel just kind of stares at the silver piece, tilts her head a bit. I'm I'm so confused. What?
Yeah, the thing that makes it the most confusing is you didn't even pick up on Big Rat doing that. Who knows what that might mean, but for now, you get that kind of knock pretty much at your door. It's You've been here for a good couple of days, probably sticking yourself to be either that of either trying to see about the library of sorts, maybe bringing that back up, maybe doing other products, it's not products, projects of sorts. But in any case, you get that knock, and it's from Sadum. To bring up again.
Um, yeah, Glacier will get up and open the door and can I help you?
Look, I know you might not want to be hearing this, especially from that of people like me, but I fear the worst for your team and your, well, someone who may or may not be there, or sorry, should or shouldn't be there. And I'm not gonna lie, this is getting to a serious point that I don't know how well we can handle without some of those resources. And I'm asking you, will you please go out there?
Are you sure that they can't handle it? I mean, you seemed well.
Maybe they could have handled it, maybe they couldn't have, but I also am very afraid for that of a certain acquaintance that has joined their party that may or may not be unexperienced.
Well,
We should probably say, for the most part, unexperienced. And it's not like I could stop him, no matter how many attempts I gave. I'm feeling like a bit of a failure, per se, as a vice principal.
even if I tried to catch up with them, they've been out there already. Wouldn't I run into problems, or how would I even find them, even if I wanted to?
Well, That part I'm not quite sure on. Maybe there's a potential you could track them down, maybe there's a potential you could catch up in your own way, but you at least do know of where they're going. And it even looks like your little friend there is ready for whatever. As you see Big Rat almost like in a boxing pose, like springed up, like he's ready to go.
Alright. Did they at least provided their papers before they go? Would I get time? Maybe I got that. Maybe.
What did you say?
Did they at least get their soul waivers before they went? I might be able to catch up. Maybe.
You're talking about the soul waivers. Yeah, everyone got their soul waivers beforehand.
Alright. But if I run into problems, I'm coming back, and you're not getting me to go back out there.
Well, if you'd run into problems, I would hope you would avoid those problems.
Yeah, so would I.
In either case, I have seen some of the things that you are able to do and have been able to do, which is why I put my, per se, faith into you that you can avoid that of the danger. You have both that of book smarts and of an amazing agility I haven't seen in years. And I don't say that very lightly.
I feel like this is just to get me to go, but I already said I'd go. Alright. Um, yeah, okay. Um, where should I be going to pick up my soul waiver this time?
Weren't you here when we picked the soul waivers the first time? Or not the first time, but like the last
Yes,
time we
but
did.
also, I don't know. I assume her being at the school multiple days, she would have had to return it. If not, then
I mean, no one said she had to return.
fair enough. Yeah, Glacier will sit down and start to reluctantly tie the skates, switching out her shoes. And, oh, alright. I'll try and catch up with them.
Alright. And if at all this helps, he gives you pretty much it's like a green like potion, and it's essentially just like an energy drink. He's not giving you like an actual item, he's just giving you basically something to keep your energy up to keep going
Yeah.
for the time being.
Because she's going to have to catch up with multiple days of travel, yeah. Yeah, I mean, assuming he doesn't have anything else to say, Glacier, she's not super excited about the prospect of heading back out, but she will make her way out to the gates, and she would probably, at least at first, just try to go as fast as possible in the direction that she knew the group would be going. And then after a couple of days, if she gets the sense that she is not catching up to them, she would probably start to try and look for signs that they may have existed somewhere, signs of conflict or, campsites.
Alright, give me a survival roll.
Yes, sir. One sec. This is another one that I'm proficient in. Let me know if I need to add side eye.
I don't know if it was you or if it was Big Rat, but y'all basically both can see the tracks that are been led for a long distance, just following them and following them. You even get to a point where you pass by an almost forest-like area, kind of just decently like a decent forest. Like there's not really much around to see except for that of the road and that of what looks to be like some wood chips on the side. As you can see, there might have been some damaged parts from before, as there's a pretty decent sized like hole in the ground near these tracks. You could just keep following them, of course. I'm just saying, like, you see that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no, if there's no clear indication what it is, there's no reason not to continue pursuing.
Yep, it's just no. As you continue on, um, sorry, I'm trying to find which one this was.
It's white.
There we go. Glacier, you are now on the map, as you should be able to potentially see.
Everything is
indeed.
white.
As you basically keep following the tracks, you even see some, like not many, but like some dead corpses of white like bunnies. Maybe it could have been just some random animal. But continuing on your way, you get through and through till you get to, well, I say till you get to, you are already, when you get to the dead rabbits of sorts, you would see that it's pretty much like snowy in the area, and this entire bit of snow and snow tracks you keep following through as you go basically through what would be a couple of ways you could go, but following their tracks, it seems like their tracks led them to go through a almost smaller and narrower path between a split of three. And going through that path, you kind of saw a big shadowy like orb in the sky in general, but the tracks keep going, so it's probably nothing. As potentially you pass it by and finally make your way here. And as you're making your way here to what seems to be like what you were told before, what seems to be a huge like crater of sorts, you will see as in the distance big ass Corona, I shall mention. Not just her normal huge, she was sorry, not normal hue, not normal large, she was huge. So it's kind of a bit weird, but you kind of can maybe figure what's going on as you somewhat have gotten in here, as you will see that of the group basically just entering on into these caves right behind this huge, technically giant like person who's a bit hunchback, holding that of an axe, a little bit of a scar in their eye, as you see all your basically comrades of sorts going in and disappearing. As you will see that of an almost gatekeeper like giant man, as I was saying before, to be kind of just being in front of it, almost like that of a gatekeeper.
No thought, head empty, Glacier will skate towards the giant. She will try to stay 5 feet out of however far she thinks it can reach. Just to be safe, it is holding an axe.
You're just gonna try to skate by him?
No, skate up to him, but keeping out of his reach just in case.
Oh, I should also wait. One last thing I should mention. The one thing out of place that was really out of place outside of the fact that these people went behind that of this giant like man to get into these mines, you will also see a smaller basically floating head also kind of flying right behind them to be with that of 5 eyes, 4 tentacle ones, but one big eye and a big kind of slobbery mouth as they also proceed to follow that of the group inside.
Okay, so, um, yeah, I don't see a token on the map, and it's also giving me a game pause anyway, so I can't like ping the location.
Where are you looking? Because it's this guy over here.
I don't see a me token. Is what I meant. Glacier would try to speak to about like here, before getting
Your
the
token should
giant's
be down
attention.
here.
Where? What? I don't see. Oh, hey, there we go.
There's a
Neat.
big map.
Hold up. It looks like a tree to me from the zoom I was at.
Your token looked like a tree.
Yes. Is there a drop here, or is this just change terrain?
It's a bit of a drop, like a small one, because it is basically going into a crater. Which is why you will see that of the carriage, I think, on the outside, like somewhere around here, like a basic
Yeah,
basically near you, below you.
Gotcha. Glacier will unattune from her solar rhythm, so that she can climb down without having to deal with the difficult terrain problems.
Mhm.
And she's just gonna try and walk her way on through and hope no one stops her, even though she's surrounded by tents.
You're going by these tents, and at the moment, nothing's stopping you. Kind of almost empty, so. It is until you get around to there where you're at, to where you're kind of roaming around, looking around, and then this basically big guy here, that of the per se gatekeeper, once again I'll put him up, basically spots you, not too hard as you're not trying to really keep yourself hidden, but at the same time he is keeping kind of alert and attention around as what languages do you speak?
Not, give me 1 second.
Because
Celestial, Common, and Primordial.
Because he will basically start to go looking right at you, almost as if he made a statement.
Raises the finger to him, as to usher him to wait a second, and then she will do the psionic whispers, which should not require shared language. 1 moment while I double check. You do not need to speak a common language to understand each other. So yeah, she will psionic whispers link to him, and then try to ask him telepathically. Could you repeat that?
Can you post that psionically real quick?
I tried to. I don't know why it didn't pop out. 1 moment. Did you do it that time? Yep. There we go.
Okay. I'm trying to remember exactly what I gave him last time. You at first was hearing that of the like you couldn't really understand as you're kind of like pointing up a finger for a second, like hold up, gotta do the thing, gotta do the one thing. As he looks at you with confusion, as you basically link to that of his head, and what do you say to him?
Could you repeat that again? Just in your head,
What
maybe.
the? Which go? Is it?
Yeah, there you go.
Who's talking? Is it you? You're not moving your
Yep.
lips.
She just waves. Yeah, no, we can talk with our heads. That's what I do.
Oh, so you like them?
Yes, actually, those are my friends. I was sent here to make sure they don't die. Yeah. What are they doing in there?
I mean, I wasn't talking about them, but are you their friends? He looks at you with like a squinted eye.
I'm friends with the people that are going in there. She points at the cave behind him.
You know what? I think it would be a little bit too weird if you honestly weren't with them, with the fact they went in probably only like 5-10 minutes ago or so. I ain't gonna ask questions. I just know if you go in there, you're a part of whatever shit they deal with. As he shifts to the side.
Okay, do you know why they were going in there? I just got here.
To work.
Yeah. Work on what exactly?
It's the mines. What do you think?
Oh, lovely. Well, yeah, no. It's kind of like a dig. Thank you, and she'll just wave and head her way inside.
Alright. Going to... You get in here. You get in here. Alright. Continuing a little bit on here, Glacier, as you've gotten inside, kind of move around as you like. If you want to sneak around, you can. If you don't have to.
She will not bother with sneaking at the moment. She's just gonna start going. Alright, is she still
You
making up tracks?
immediately notice as you're going forward, just taking a look around, what seems to be like that of another one of these floating head-like creatures. One a little bit different than the others, considering looking at it, it kind of just moves around. And it doesn't exactly seem like it notices you.
Ah,
But it does kind of
okay.
block your way a little bit right
Well, she is going to start moving up this way then. Not heading down there.
Wait, you don't want to catch the tentacle monster?
What, you
Well,
don't want to
yes,
follow the
please.
mysterious white line?
At first, I was going to. I thought the white line would lead me to you guys.
It does.
Ah, there's a problem here then.
now. As you proceed to go up, you will see these floating creatures similar to the one that was following that of the group earlier, but these ones, they just all stare at you and don't say anything.
Hello. Sorry to bother.
They all look at each other for a second, and then you will start to hear them all in like not a sync but in different tones going like as they keep making loud and obnoxious noise to a point that you will start to hear that of another bigger like creature, not to be one as big as some of the other ones you've met, but one to be that of a almost what looks to be like ogre of sorts. As you can see their big bodies with them holding probably like that of a huge mining like pickaxe, as they come out and go, "Hey, what's the bloody matter? Why you always doing it? Who are you?"
Hello there. My name is Glacier. Some of my friends got sent
Oh,
in
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, I didn't ask. You don't have a worker's miner fit. Where's it at? Where's the mining fit?
Don't have one. I do have my own pickaxe though.
You have your actual own pickaxe, or did you grab one?
No, she has a pickaxe. It comes with the archaeologist starting equipment.
He's gonna basically come, not stumble his way, but somewhat walk his way up to you as he's like, was it made out of?
Good question. DM, what is it made of?
I would assume just like a normal iron pickaxe.
It's a
There's some
diamond
wood,
pickaxe.
Yeah.
some metal. I don't know.
Oh, it's one of them whip ones. Here, take this. As he kind of like shoves and throws onto you a basically the same thing, a mining pickaxe, but literally 3 times your size. Or not, sorry, your size. 3 times, like 3, if not 5 times the size of a normal pickaxe.
Thank you.
There, now go do some work, cause we're gonna be busy all day, and if I have to take another one of you to try to take my break here, I'm gonna break something else. As he kind of just wanders off. As some of the creatures have come somewhat settled down, the other ones that were floating heads, as they were going like, meh, meh, and now they're going, meh, meh, meh. As you will see, some more of them start shifting off into that of the distance a little bit.
Glacier, as he goes to walk away, Glacier will raise her hand. Where exactly should I be going to work, and what am I looking for?
You are getting, and I joke you not, a blatant, like, no responses outside of maybe like a meh.
Follow the line.
As this thing grows closer, Glacier's going to back a little bit. What are you doing? Why?
You will see as this big-eyed floating creature gets closer and closer. You may not feel that comfortable, as you almost feel as if like you could feel its presence without it even being like super close to you. It's like you could feel some intense magical presence from this thing. However, it doesn't seem quite concerned where it goes, as it doesn't seem like it's directly going after you. As it starts to bump into probably a couple of chairs and that of the table, you will start to hear once again from these smaller guys. As you will see, one of the guys goes and proceeds to kind of get one of the chairs back up, but they're small, they're having difficulty. The other one goes up to that of this bigger, basically almost, what you could guess at this point to be somewhat blind like Beholder, as this thing, or not like Beholder, but like basically like a blind like one. It's like a Beholder but blind. There. As you will see that of one of the other small one going up to him, going, as this thing proceeds to just grab this thing, this smaller head, and just sucks it up into its underside. As you hear, as
So
you
don't
will
fuck
hear
with that thing.
as you will hear a small burp. As you will start to see the other gazer looking guy going like backing up a little bit, making like a very small noise, like.
So we were correct to not fuck around with that.
Yeah, no, me too. Glacier sees the scene unfold and then she just, okay, got it. Not gonna go that way. Thank you. And she'll just walk out as quietly as possible so that it doesn't follow her, hopefully.
I mean, it doesn't seem to have any problem with you right now, so you keep going. As you will keep going, if you really want to follow the line, you can. But I will say you are walking over a bunch of what seems to be like basically of their footprints and tracks, which is what the line would be. But the general thing of you're going over basically rail cart tracks.
See their trunks. Yeah, they're gonna keep following the white line.
All right, you get to basically rounding this corner here, and you will see over here to your left at the very moment, as you've heard some of this a little bit throughout the entire place, but now you're closer to it, to one of the sources, you hear tink, tink, as you can see that of a even bigger giant, even the one that outside didn't compare to this huge hunk is this big blue giant man of sorts with a giant pickaxe, even that to be 6 maybe 7 times that of a normal pickaxe, just busting through little by little into the stone. You swear if he could go at like 3 times his pace, it would sound like a drill.
Yeah, no, best to let the man work. Yeah, yeah. Just gonna keep right on.
All right, so get down, following that of the tracks. The 2 things you will notice is that of more tinking sounds, except a little bit more frequent, but a lot less powerful, and that into the distance to your going downwards, a little bit to the right, which you could guess to be another potential miner. The thing of interest now that you see is what looks to be like the remnants of a fight and of the group you guys know, as you see that little gazer guy at the beginning looking at a couple of them, looking at some dead ones, and you're like shaking his head a slight bit up and down like me.
These fucking moles.
What moles exactly? Glacier would call out as she starts to round the corner.
Hey, how's it going?
Glacier, is that actually you? We've been down here for 5 minutes and we already ran into moles.
It's me and Big Rat. Who are... And she just vaguely gestures to...
So that's Amp. We met him on the road, and by met him I mean we hit him with our cart. And the other guy is Objection, who we took along with us because we needed people.
So I'll take it that, and she points towards Objection. You're the one that they were worried about at the school? Not a lot of
Worried? What do you mean worried? I'll have you know I'm the epitome of confidence, mind you. And anyways, nice to meet you. My name is Objection. And he holds his hand. Well, he comes closer and then holds his hand out.
I will mention that as you're saying this, you see an object with probably that to be very much torn armor on his like chest.
Speaking of torn armor, can I try to take some of these fucking talons or claws from these fucking moles?
Sure, if the group wants to give me a survival check.
Yep. Let me just first get up all my stuff again because I had to reload.
While he's trying to shake his hand, I'm going to slap him on the back and cast Mending on the armor, see if that fixes it.
Mending, potentially. My armor? My ATDC?
So
I won't feel
hopefully-
naked?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if mending works.
It does not work because
Oh,
reading
okay.
Mendy, it's like small repairs, single breaks. This thing like tore open your whole thing.
It's Jover.
Well, but if it's chainmail,
Just keep casting
Also-
mending on the tiny chain.
I can cast it on each little chain.
Is it chainmail?
Also, mending takes a minute to cast.
You know.
You know, maybe when
Yeah,
we're taking the
time.
long rest.
Oh yeah, Glacier, we found spinal or spinel or however it said.
Um,
Did you happen to meet the beholders?
And no, I followed you guys straight here.
Okay. So long story short, I messed up getting us into here, so we had to talk to 3 beholders who basically said, if you don't find us an artifact, we're gonna kill you. So now we're gonna go find them an artifact.
Speaking of dying and helping people, sorry for the interruption. Hey, object amp. Eat the oil
Yes.
chip.
Eat the oil.
Oh,
Well, if I must.
on that topic, Glacier would have shook Object's hands, and
Mhm.
my name is Glacier Evergreen.
Sure.
I've been working with these 3 fit, and some people aren't alive anymore.
Okay, well,
Plus
objects.
3, so
Plus 3,
4
so
and
4
then
in total.
6.
Okay, thank you. Oh, so
Um,
6 in total or 4?
4 for object, 6 for amp.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And Liv will also pass his last chip to Corona.
The oil
Well,
flavored
it's a
one.
D4, correct?
I don't eat, so I'll just
Nice.
slap it up against my face.
So, did everybody give me their survival check?
Oh, all of us
I'm
are
the only
making
one
it?
who rolled it.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
a team survival check.
Sorry.
Team survival. Got it.
Did not hear that.
Glacier just got your
19
D4 added in.
plus
You don't
guidance.
have to participate, Glacier, because you
I
weren't
got to roll
here.
the 1d4.
Yeah.
No, so 21 for me.
Man, I really just rolled a 3.
I got 19. And also immediately forgot that I'm going to be rolling real dice, but that's fine.
Okay, so you find, I don't care who writes this down. This is all in total. You find
Okay.
3. These are giant. These are basically giant. Like I said, these are basically giant rock mole. But these are 3 giant rock mole, like, I would say chompers. Well, it's basically like their front 2 teeth that they were like chewing through the dirt with. You will
Okay.
also find to be that of 25 of their talons of sorts, like their claws, but not like their hands. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Damn. That's a lot.
And then because 2 of them would be a lot better, you could get 2 giant rock mole pelts. I don't know if I specifically want to say that, but they feel a bit hard like stone, so they're not specifically pelts, but they're like, you could shave them off like they are. As well as 10 rations of meat, because these guys are big.
10 rations
Now I
of meat.
am going to go get something to drink real quick while I'm doing that. I kind of leave it to you guys here if you guys want to RP a little bit, talk about some things about what's happening. I will say you guys can get a short rest if you really want, but if you get a long rest,
Yes.
sorry, not long rest. If you try to get a long rest, you will pretty much notably be stopped by that of other miners of sorts that are going like, "What are you doing, being lazy?" Like doing a short
short
rest would
rest would be
already
nice.
be basically stretching, is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, yeah, on that topic, Glacier walks right over to Ashaka after getting her bearings a little bit and offers the triple-sized pickaxe.
Oh,
Uh,
Ashaka already has a pickaxe.
Yeah.
I will.
And so do I,
We-
matter of factly.
I don't think we need to take a short rest. We're
I mean,
all
I'm taking
basically-
one because I need it, but
I mean, whatever you guys want to do or say, or just let me know when I get back, because like I said, I'm getting a drink real quick.
Absolutely.
even if Ashaka is literally holding the pickaxe in her hands, she's still gonna offer. I
Fair.
don't. You usually want weapons, right? I can't use this.
But yeah.
Oh right, Ashaka
Thank
isn't
you,
here.
Glacier, for joining us again. It was quite a trek here. There was a bunch of things that we ran into. Live shot an innocent rabbit, and I don't know why.
Look, it ate 3 chips in half a second.
That's like
You know,
normal.
I won't lie to you. I probably had an easier time getting here than you guys did. It's
That's
it's
true.
a lot easier when I can run a lot faster.
Yeah, it is also a lot harder when you have to drag people.
And
Yeah, I was big for a while, and I decided not be big because these mines are not meant for big people.
Well, there was a pretty big guy earlier. Are you sure about that?
No, I know because I was bigger than him. For a moment, at least.
she drank a potion.
Yes.
She drank
I
a
was
potion
big, and
of
then I
growth.
drank a potion to make me bigger, and then I failed talking at the entrance because bits. Oh yeah, we have this guy. I point over to this guy over here. He's a gazer. He was given, well, not given. He's assigned to us by the beholders.
They're little failures of beholders. They're kind of like the dogs of the beholder world. Kind of
Yeah.
cute.
By the way, do you
there's
happen to know
bigger.
what that like floating red beholder thing does? We saw it and we just kind of let it go by.
Oh, that's what I was about to mention. The blind one, right? It
Yeah.
ate one of those guys.
Oh, so we were correct to not fuck around with it.
I don't know. I just know that it ate one of those guys, and I did not stay to see what happened after.
Hmm. Wait, that gives me an idea. We can shove the gazer. We
Oh
can
my
somehow
God.
get the gazer to get eaten. We're saved. But yeah, well, we found spinal, which is one of the materials we need for the ship. But we do need to get the artifact before we take anything out of here, because if we take stuff from here without getting the artifact, we die.
Yeah, 3 beholders would do that to you.
3 beholders and also the entirety of the people that live in this or that use this mine, I assume,
Oh,
given
no, you
that
could,
they seem to be on terms.
we could totally outrun those people. The only one that we'd have to really deal with is the one by the entrance, and then the beholders, which would kill us.
Yeah,
While you guys are
beholders.
talking, I'm gonna walk up and try to pick up Big Rat.
Oh yeah, what happened with Big Rat? Where's Big Rat at?
I'm gonna try to pick up Big Rat while asking what is this thing?
Yeah,
That's Big
that
Rat.
is
Oh,
that is my
objection
soul.
and amp. This is Big Rat.
Big rat, I say. It is quite a big
Remember
rat.
how I told you when we met that our name is the Rat and it's because of Big Rat?
Yes.
Well, this is the guy.
He's just a big guy.
Yeah, exactly. We're the
Yeah.
Rats because of Big Rat.
He gets bigger and he hatched out of a fleshy egg.
Is it
And,
edible?
No, don't eat
No,
it.
please. Yeah.
I came back as I heard is an edible and we're talking about the egg. You get a thumbs up from.
We're talking
You get a
about
thumbs up
big-
from Big.
No. We were. He was asking if Big Rat is edible.
Oh, okay. I mean, you might still get a kind of thumbs up, kind of thumbs down, like in between.
Oh, hey,
Please
Big Rat,
don't.
you're a lot more I guess quote unquote verbal than before. You weren't this hand talkative.
On that note, though, I will say, Glacier, if you want to go to your extras, you can click and check out what's different about your big rat slash giant big rat now. You don't know specifically yourself, but for how your big rat would react and act, there you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Big Rat has an insta kill ability now, so
That'd be funny. Honestly, if you gave it like the mind devourer ability, that's possible.
I mean, he didn't choose the mind.
Didn't he choose the mind rat? I thought he chose the
He
mind.
chose
He
the
chose the
expert.
mind. Oh, the expert. I thought you chose the mind rat.
Anyway,
Yeah.
since everybody else seems keen on doing a short rest, Liv will. I'm assuming they'll have to mine out the spinal anyways, so he'll do that.
Yeah, we'll have to get the
Rest.
spinal later after we get the artifact, but we know where it is
I
at
was gonna
least.
say, if you try to get any spinal, the dude will start to go off like he's an alarm.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I
I
assumed.
see.
Like he
I
d-
thought it was if
like
he
he
walked out with it.
if you try to start it's not like he goes full alarm mode when you first do it. It's like he tries to basically get you to stop, and then he gets louder and louder.
Yeah, I assumed that would
June.
happen.
The second feature, does that require side eye, or is that just a thing that happens? A thing that can be done?
Can you just text it to me, so I can confirm what you're talking about? Because I'm thinking about 2 million things right now.
Yeah, yeah, she wants it.
But whilst we're going about it, yeah, you guys, if you want, anybody that, like I said, you can all get a short rest. But even then, after that of a couple hours, pretty much equaling that of like a short rest, you will start to get that of this little eye guy. And once again, as he starts to go, kind of like looking around, like, meh, meh,
Hey,
meh.
we just fought a bunch of moles. We need to take a small rest.
He'll let you have your small rest. I'm saying anything more than like that of a couple hours, he's pretty much like, no. But it's a short rest in general. Don't go too far. Don't go too far there.
I thought people were following me.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's kind of up to you guys at this point, because I will say, I
Yeah.
think at this point it would have been starting to get darker outside, but that's for anybody that was really noticing.
Yeah, it's not like we have a choice to do a long rest. So, all right, everyone. After we take our short rest, let's keep going forwards. And given that Ashaka is doing Ashaka things,
would
I guess
suggest
I'll be the
looking at
head of the
map
party.
and trying to keep up with that of the party.
Okay.
Hey, what's this opening here?
I don't know.
I can't see
like
past.
Looks like a big rock in the way.
Oh, can I try to move rock?
You push,
There's just
push
like
on
an
the
opening.
rock a little bit, and nothing happens. You try to give it some force. Doesn't seem like anything happens.
Okay.
It seems like it's just a big rock.
Nothing over this way. I don't know what those guys are.
Oh, it's more of you.
Hold on. So as you guys start to walk up, following more of the tracks, you will see that of. Oh, first off, if you guys go back for a second, you will see another one of these big giant men going boom, boom into that of the stone on your right. Going a little bit more upwards and left to where you see that of pretty much like an almost like a chill area. Like it almost seems like these smaller at the peak show. These smaller like creatures, at least versions of that of the beholder some of you guys saw, but still very creepy in the way of you don't see like a lot of eyes. It's like it is like a decent amount of eyes, as you see a plethora of tentacles with their eyes on the end, as well as the big eye in the middle, some around the middle, and it seems like they're like saying stuff to each other. Like it's almost sign language, but any of you with like a passive insight of like 12, 13 that have been able to see these things
Yep.
have like psychic abilities or sorts, you can tell almost as if they're having like a conversation, like moving their tentacles like they were saying stuff, but they're not moving their mouths. They're just making weird eye looks at each other, and sometimes you can't tell. You're like, you're like, okay, so he's angry. So angry. The other one, he's oh no, wait, he's getting he's looking at one of them. He's like really thinking about something, and then it looks like the other one's just kind of chilling out at the moment, just being in the back, and it kind of like you can almost tell like that of a conversation's happening between them. The problem is when you guys get anywhere nearby, you will see as every one of them stops, freezes for a second, and every eye starts to look at both you two, Corona and Amp.
Don't mind us. We're just passing by.
I will look at him and raise my hand and say, "Meow."
You say that. Hold on. You say that, and
You don't?
you get a behind from like behind you. You get pretty much that of the small little gazer looking at Amp, looking at these guys, and he's like, meh, meh, meh. And they kind of just like look at him for a second, look at the gazer. They're like, they just kind of turn back around, and like they're kind of doing like a pose, like as I was saying, basically.
I think I've learned their language.
No.
Impressive.
Hey guys, I found red rocks.
Yes,
You can
Do
already
we want to go look at?
you can already see from these red like rocks. They're not hard to tell. This would be the other thing that you guys would need. I think it would be the amber stone, if I'm not mistaken.
Coal,
something
iron,
else.
garnet.
Garnet. Yeah.
Garnet.
Liv's
We
just
we
gonna
need
take
coal,
a
iron,
peek.
garnet, spinal, and salt.
Liv's just gonna take a peek inside if nobody's gonna stop him.
Hold up.
You know,
So
holding.
there's the garnet, just so you can actually see it. That's why they're the
Nice.
red glowing crystals. The thing is, when you guys get anywhere kind of like near where you guys are at like right now, starting to head in there, can you give me a wisdom saving throw? And this is a charm.
Wisdom saving
Or-
throw is a charm. I think.
I will get both moved up there and make that save in just a moment. I have to reload Foundry. It's not letting me switch off
Just
measurement.
remember to be within 10 feet of me. You said a charisma save?
Wait, why am I
No.
dead? Wait, what happened?
Wait.
Wisdom
No,
save.
it's a wisdom.
Wisdom, okay.
Wisdom.
Oh, it's the effect. Hold on. Let me turn off death. Where's death?
Wait, do I have resistance
There we go.
to
Subject bad, did you?
charm as an half elf?
That's why I was saying
don't know
just
if
in
they
general.
do.
I don't know who does or doesn't have help with
Usually,
charm.
usually elves do.
Yeah, elves
Yeah,
do.
I don't see it on my character sheet, so
21.
nice.
Make one for Big Rat too, by the way.
Gotcha. One sec.
Huh?
I said gotcha. One sec. Oh, that's charisma. What the fuck is his wisdom?
Whatever. It's fine.
There you go. I had to type. You guys. What was 18 for?
For
Um,
I accidentally rolled charisma and wisdom.
Yeah, I also accidentally rolled charisma instead of wisdom. That's why I did the 25 down there.
25, 18. Okay, so all of you, except for two people in specific here, all of you start to feel a little bit weird. Like your eyes start to like almost feel like even if you can't, like, even if you have like a different sight, it still kind of messes with you, almost as if you're looking forward and you see what looks to be like that of the cutest thing
Yes.
ever. Like, I'm telling you, Big Rat sees something he loves. It's huge. It's over there. Whatever his favorite thing would probably be. And Liv, you especially see something you like over there. Something big,
Wait,
something decent, and something that
big one with
you...
the
A
18?
giant ship.
It's a giant, yeah,
What'd you say?
giant ship.
Big rat with the 18? Not Glacier with the 50?
No, sorry, Glacier.
I think he got the things backwards.
I got a couple of things backwards because I'm trying to keep up in chat. But yeah, the sorry, not the rat. The Glacier would also see something that they would extremely like, but like again, something like huge. So like imagine maybe like a huge teddy bear, maybe like a huge piece of cheese if it was the rat.
If I see
And-
people running in,
And
I'm gonna grab them.
And here's the thing, because I'm still explaining it for a second. As you, the rest of you who aren't seeing this, so including that of Big Rat being able to see what exactly you guys are looking at, you guys see what seems to be what would probably be the cutest thing, if it probably wasn't the most horrifying looking creature out of
Jesus.
probably most of these beholder-like creatures. As you see a floating meatball-like head with one eye that just kind of looks around as if it's almost curious about things. As you can see, it even does that of staring not at any of you, but at towards some of these red-like stones that have glow. You can see some of the sharp-like edges on the ends of these things, but right now, the only thing that I would say that would matter is the fact that to two people in specific, that's really something really cool over there.
All right, guys, we are not going forwards. If you try to go past this point, I will grab you and I will drag you.
But
Oh,
why?
wait.
Whatever you're seeing over there, if you're seeing something, it is not what it is. There's a big monster over there. If you try to pass me, I will grab you.
Look. I'm not gonna go take the garnet. We already know that this boy gets real angry if I do. I'm just gonna go and grab the chip.
I'm gonna grab Lev. No.
But why?
Whatever you see in there is incorrect. We go back and we continue searching for the artifact and we can come back here
How
later.
are you sure that I'm just seeing something and you
Because
can't
we're
see
seeing
it 'cause
two
you're
different
blind?
things in the same place.
Yeah, but
How-
you don't know if
whatever
he's seeing
we're
anything
seeing-
different.
You don't know exactly where I'm staring.
Can we just
I
take a
can
little
tell.
bit so that I can check out the statue?
No.
few
There's no
minutes?
statue in that room. There's a big floating eyeball.
Look. How are you so sure that you see something that I don't?
Amp, what do you see?
I see whatever's need to be seen.
That doesn't
He
answer the
agrees with
question.
me.
Object, Mr. Lawyer, please tell me what you see.
Ah, yes, I see. A perfectly civilized world where no one lies on the stand and Everything
You
is
passed the
just.
saving throw. Why?
He's standing for justice.
Cronus-
He did pass his throw. What do you mean?
Frodo's just like, you know what? Fuck it. If they want to fucking die.
Look,
No.
look.
You see,
clearly
all of us are
people agree
seeing
with
different
me.
things. I'm seeing a giant fucking eyeball. He's seeing a civilized world. Amp is seeing whatever he's seeing. You're seeing a giant chip.
I never said a giant chip. How bold of you to assume that I wouldn't just pick up a chip off the floor? Okay, fine, I'll move on.
Big Rat.
No,
Big Rat, get Glacier.
No, he's like telling you to move.
Yeah, I know. But I'm like, Big Rat, persuade Glacier. You can see what it is, right?
Big Rat kind of was like,
You know what? You wanna move, little guy? And Liv is gonna grab the gazer and then just shift him in front of him.
He goes and he goes.
There you go.
As he just proceeds on into this red eye aura. As he goes up behind this guy, it's a big meatball-like creature with the one eye. As it goes, this thing turns around, sees that of this small gazer. The rest of you, as you will see, it kind of like stares for a second, looks at the gazer, and starts to wrap up the gazer in its tentacles. And what you think for a second would be that of a death grip of sorts, you see as the gazer still breathing as it's being hugged.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
So, for the two of us that are charmed, are we seeing this like as the thing that we see it as?
Yeah, you still see, you don't. It's not changed for you guys. You guys still see it as the things that I told you before.
Amp, why are you still going forwards, Amp? Amp, do not pass. Do not pass go. Do not collect. No, I'm grabbing both of you. Like, no, you are not passing.
Maybe it would be easier
No.
to drag people if you were bigger.
Maybe if I was 3 times the size, I could block the entire hallway. Fuck you. Objection. I don't know what it is you see, but if it's not a giant floating eyeball, please just understand that it is a giant floating eyeball and we need to go.
Listen, I just want to take a couple of notes about it.
No, if you go in that room, you will die.
It's just hugging.
I don't care if it's just hugging. We need to find the artifact. We can come back here later for it. Okay, it's now advancing on us.
It's
I'm about
literally
to
like
smite this
starting
thing's
to
ass.
look at you guys as it starts to go forward, as it did let go of this small gazer, as you see this thing basically gasping for air as if it was just hugged almost to death. As this thing
All right,
going,
if it gets closer, I'm gonna stab it. All right, we're gonna leave now. Come on, guys, let's go.
Is the statue moving, or is it still over here?
No, it's
What does this
it's
look like
moving
for
like I showed it. What it would look for you is really just dependent on if you would care or not about it. I don't think, because I'm telling you, even if it looks weird, it won't break. It won't break in the almost illusion. This is just like what you see.
Big Rat, please help me. You're the only one other than me who can see this thing, apparently.
So the chip is a death chip.
Yes.
However,
It's a
that
death
could be
flavored chip.
Delicious.
No, it's a death flavored chip.
What
But
would a death flavored chip taste like? Now you
That is
gotta
a
try.
It would
Great
taste like death.
question. That is a great question. I would also love to know.
Live. I have a question for you. If that chip were instead a bunny, would you trust it?
Death tastes like black licorice, by the way.
Okay, well, hear me out. You just need to kill the death flavored chip before you eat the death flavored chip.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna let go of them and be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. If y'all want to do this shit, y'all do this shit.
Does anybody
sure
proceed
is-
to? Does anyone
What
go
about
up to it?
What about What are we gonna do about it?
Oh yeah, what's going on with man?
Airman's just watching right now. He got his breath back.
But is he coming with us, or is he just sitting there?
He's waiting to
Yeah.
see what all
Hey,
of you do.
hey. Hey, are you coming with? Like, these two probably about to die.
You see as
Because the chip moves, Liv is just gonna wait for the chip to come here.
Glacier is writing furious notes about the statue. That
Wait, Glacier, you see a statue,
seems,
right? You remember the last time we saw a moving statue?
seems relevant.
he's like
The
trying.
last time we saw a moving statue, two of our party members died.
That was an obelisk. That's totally different, and also I still really want to look into it.
It moves forward a slight bit more, and it stops there.
I'm gonna go up to Live and slap him.
First off, please stop hitting me. Second off,
Okay, that didn't work.
the chip will move.
Okay, I don't have. Oh wait, I do have. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to use a second level spell slot on this.
Fine, don't worry. I'll handle this, I guess. Give me one
What
I
if
don't
moment.
got
I
spell
shot
slots,
the
man.
chip?
Okay, you
Amp,
know
if
what?
you see a giant floating eyeball, please step back. If you don't see that, whatever.
Would it
You know, oh,
ruin the
actually,
flavor, or
hold
would
on.
I just have 3 smaller sized chips that are flavored for death?
Like I said, they would just be black licorice flavored chips because that's what that tastes like.
Okay, I'm gonna show off my shiny attorney's badge and use my channel divinity. Orders demand. Everyone here must make, well, each creature of your choice. So I guess, you know what? I might as well do okay, I'm gonna do both of the little beholders too. So Liv and also Glacier
There's
make
only
wisdom saving throw.
Wait, who are you doing it on?
So the 2 beholders, and then Glacier, and then Liv. All of them must make wisdom saving throws. Okay.
That's how we ended up in this situation in the first place.
Oh, the gazer
He's
saved,
glazed, bro.
unfortunately.
The gazer is glazed.
Oh, yeah. The spell save is 15, I believe. I'm not sure. It has to meet, right? Or
Yeah,
does
it says it on the thing.
Okay, got it. Alright, well, both of them save, but I guess the Living Glacier failed. He's like, now you're charmed by me instead. Come on, let's get going. Follow me. And back into the chambers.
I like the pictures just.
You had you
Holding a
had
gun.
you had a neat little object on you, and you never showed me till now.
Nope.
But
Come on, let's get
why?
going. It's
Wait,
secret.
Do you know how boring the travel is?
Anybody that looks back, you will see that of this thing staying where it's at, but waving like it's waving goodbye. Whatever that means for a chip and whatever that means for a statue is up to you.
I will wave back and say,
I will also say goodbye. Please do not kill. And
Big
there's the
Red
guy
will
over
wave
this
at-
way.
But Glacier does not.
Oh, hey, we passed by that point before. It's probably up here.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Excuse
Mind if I go past you?
us. We need to pass.
Glacier is gonna duck back around the corner the minute she sees the guy, press herself against the wall, and hope to not be seen.
He's eeping.
It's sleeping.
He's eeping. I'm gonna back up. Actually, wait. Is the roof above it like occupied? Like the ceiling, or is it just like
Yeah,
occupying
how
the floor?
tall is this mine? It could fit a huge being in it, so at least
It's enough.
15 feet.
I mean, you saw those big giants that were mining, so you can also
Okay.
kind of just like look at the size. Like it kind of should be somewhat accurate on the map, but because to get around them, it really wouldn't be that much of an issue. It's kind of just like, do you want to attempt to go around them, accidentally potentially waking them up or not?
Nah. Liv has the peak way to not even touch him. He's gonna climb onto the ceiling. He has a climb speed.
I'm gonna talk to the
Spider-Man?
gazer. Where's the gazer at?
He
Where's
has
the
roping.
gazer?
He has climb speed. He's just gonna climb on the ceiling,
Gazer.
Where's the
and
gazer
without
at?
touching it, he's just gonna go past it with 0 risk because he's climbing on the roof.
Where's the gazer at?
He's coming. He's coming.
I'm
He's coming.
of creep.
Also-
Gazer, we need to get by.
Just so you can
I'm gonna-
see,
yeah,
this is what's at the end of the tunnel.
Meh, meh, meh.
And I point out the ogre.
There's nothing up ahead, guys. We should probably head back to the
There's-
rock.
Oh, there's nothing?
Yeah.
As you hear it tink, tink in the background.
Right, maybe there's something this way?
He's sleeping.
Oh, I don't
He's
think there
sleeping.
is.
Wake him up.
And he gets back here and then he just like scales
He's
down
sleeping.
the wall.
This dude starts to kind of wake up like,
Oops, I moved myself too far.
Just a small nap.
Are you sure there's not? Whoa.
Whatever. 'Cause he's gonna
These
proceed to-
slackers, am I right?
Yeah, I do just want to see. Okay.
Shakes his head.
All right,
nods his
guys.
head in approval.
I think I know where. I think I know where we need to go. This fucking. This fucking rock. I get my giant pickaxe and I'm like, get the fuck out of the way, rock! Amp, I need you to help me. Ashaka, I need your help.
Oops.
Everyone, hit the rock!
Watch out. Watch out.
Wait, which rock? Down here? Okay. Sorry. Got it.
I will
Sorry, I moved a
I
bit
will-
fast.
I will wild shape into one of these things. Had a burrow into.
As do giant molars.
So, does anybody want to give me an investigation check first, or you just want to?
Sure, I'll roll investigation. Might as well.
Investigation. Nah,
Oh
I'm
wait,
good.
I forgot.
So,
I keep
hang on.
forgetting that I'm rolling with real dice. Let me roll with fucking real dice, like I said I was gonna. 21. Nat 20.
Actually, no, Amp. I'll say that to you later. Just there, here to see.
You said an investigation check.
I just needed one person, or at least one person to make it. Yeah, you got it. Looking upon this thing, this big kind of like boulder-like area in the way, you probably only noticed it outside of you having the gracious eyes that God has given you to see. There are big, not big, but like small like cracks in the wall, almost of the shape of what you would guess to be a huge like rock in the way that could be very easily missed, especially when you're usually of a bigger size. The fact that you can actually see this more clearly now, you almost think that with that of a bit of air draft coming out, that it feels like this could be a potential area to go. The problem is getting past whatever, basically how to get through, as even with some tunneling speed or whatever it was, it would take a good bit of time even then, because they would still be going through stone.
Well, I will turn into a Kuthric. Bam. And he actually has a feature called Tunneler, and I could burrow through it at half of my burrowing speed, which is 20. So I move 10 feet per 6 seconds through the rock.
Can you see it now?
Yeah. I can.
Okay. It's almost like how do I want to put it, like an actual manual monster drill going through, as it's just going through and going through, as it doesn't sound like that much comparative to all the noises in the background going tink 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 going without the whatever else other people might be up to, but you almost feel like you almost know what this creature is saying at this point, Amp, as you almost hear, and you can take a guess of what he says, but he sees as you're going through this rock, and he's like, and as you get through like that of a lot of the rock after like probably 10, 20, 30 minutes, you get
他说他应该快
you
到
get to
了。
what seems to be like that of another side of this area, as you hear from that of the little guy once again.
I told you. I told you this was the area. Fucking
Can-
saw it.
Can I do like an intelligence check or like something to like see if I can know what he's saying?
No, so I was going to ask you if you wanted to take a guess, but the point being is, hold up before you get in there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what he was saying earlier was what are you guys doing? There's nothing back there. We already tried looking all around. You think there's gonna be anything back there? And then you guys did that, and he's like, no effing way.
I fucking told you, bitch.
I don't like the look of that.
Also, what's this big
temple.
ass skeleton?
Glacier doesn't know what my soul power is or whatever.
Oh,
So
Oh yeah, here, let me also put up what the creature looks like.
because this is not a regular beast that I turned into.
yeah, no, I noticed. Believe me,
Yeah.
I just. I find that it is easier not to ask questions sometimes.
Here you go. You can see the full picture of it now.
Ah, yeah, ah.
You can see this. I don't
Yeah,
even
the
know how to
pretty scary
explain
dudes.
it. That's your character, bro.
Yeah.
All right, guys, come on.
So
So Amp
Lark.
turns into
Follow.
into like a
Follow
big
me.
hairy-like weird creature. So it's, anyways.
I'm usually pretty chill with, exploring and walking into very death-like situations. This is a temple.
You
Oh, is that a-
I
is
don't
that a-
like
could
this
actually
already.
kind of feel the area is almost feels a bit temple-ish, like considering that of a huge, like almost what you can guess to be glowing green snake-like statue that points its head in the direction of what seems to be like that of a door of sorts. Not like a door, but more of like just leading somewhere. That's a different scene, so if you go that way, you don't see anything. But that point being is that's what's happening.
What is this?
Can we go ahead
I know
and
it's a
get
big snake, but like,
the archaeologist information on that using the background feature? One moment while I copy paste.
What do we do? So I'm gonna tell you first and foremost, oh my gosh, this place, they were built by the Huan Ti. Oh my goodness, there's so much story and lore that I could go back into that I'm not going to because that's not actually relevant information I can give you. But I can tell you that this seems to be like that of a snake or serpent-like lair of sorts. That
Slay
of a
queen.
temple worshippers. You know those types of people that would like back in the day like sacrifice to your gods of sorts. This was like kind of has that same feeling to it.
can I tell which god it is?
I can just tell you from this, no, you don't.
Oh.
You could guess.
Oh, I don't have enough.
You could guess and be like, maybe it's like some serpent god I haven't heard of, or maybe it's a serpent god I have heard of. You just don't know exactly.
while Glacier is paying attention to the statue in the middle of the room, I'm gonna try to eat Big Rat.
Oh,
No, I forbid
Interesting.
you.
Glacier's
But
just
like
wandering
I'm not
around
like
the space.
I'm not like straight up like going for it and try to kill him. I'm just trying to like slowly bring my mouth to it and like put it around Big Rat to like gulp him up.
What if you only eat its tail? What if it's like a lizard? What if you guys its tail?
As Amp goes to try
I
and
can see
bite
the whole
Big
map
Rat,
from here.
Big
I
Rat
can see
pulls out
the
a knife.
outside.
Go back with me.
Big Rat pulls out a knife.
Big Rat pulls out a
Dagger in
knife.
particular.
Watch out, Amp. He's got a blade. He'll stab ya.
By the way,
I,
what he's saying is legitimate. He does have a knife.
It is true. I have a dagger, and I just need to figure out how the fuck to put it in Big Rat's inventory.
Click and drag from both the inventories.
So Big Rat turns around and pulls a knife out of me when I try to put my mouth around him.
Yep.
Alright.
Also, where is Big Rat's inventory though? That's the thing
It's in your extras.
on it.
In your extras tab, you should see his stats and everything.
Right, attributes, features, spellbook, effects, biography. I don't see anything for his.
Well,
Maybe if it's dropping in there, what happens?
when
It goes to features.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Thank you.
when Big Rat pulls out a knife and sees me trying to eat him, I reel back like I wasn't trying to do anything.
Innocence until proven guilty.
You get
Do you need a lawyer?
intimidated by a rat.
Honestly, like if a rat came up to you with a knife, would you not be intimidated?
All right,
Like
I'll
straight
tell
up
you.
walking on its hind legs, coming up to you with a knife.
You gotta take a plea bargain on this.
I didn't
Come
do
on,
nothing.
Mr. Lawyer. You gotta get a statement.
I didn't do nothing.
I forbid you from talking to my client without me present.
What do you mean? We're in court right now. I can ask him questions as long as he's on stand, which he is.
Speaking of which, since we're in a temple, are these tombstones?
Yeah, what's going on with these?
They are like tombstones, but they're like decorations, so you can't open them.
Okay.
Oh. Is there any is this magical, like a magic rune, or like what's going on with this snake?
It's all the lights around. It's like basically like a broken magic circle. You couldn't tell exactly what it is, but you can tell its remaining function at the moment is basically to glow.
All right, people. Well, we were told to get an artifact, and hey, Mr. Gazer, is this the artifact?
Gazer's looks at it, shakes his head, probably not.
I mean, why don't you go ask? It's a big snake. Glowy snake.
It literally looks at the snake and looks at you, and then it rolls its eye.
Okay, I guess we have to keep going. It doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't have left this open. Because now you can go to the fucking outside of the map.
Hey, you gremlinoids, I gotta do this.
Just put a wall there, man.
There is a wall now. Get out of here. Alright. So do you all enter up the stairs a little bit into what this seems to be like a how do I put it? It seems like an area that you saw the bit of the glow behind you starting to fade away and away as the torches somewhat lit up around seem to fade off into the distance. As you can tell, getting into here, it seems to be a very dark place. Dark vision
Well, good thing
might be helpful. Who knows?
Good thing I have both dark vision and blind sight. So if things come around, even invisible things, because that's how blind sight works.
Can anyone not see? Also,
How
not
much
to, I did
blind sight do
DM
you
you
have?
one more question.
I have blind sight of 60 feet. I already put it on my token.
Oh yeah, I got the token.
I will let you know that.
Oh yeah.
Also, 60 feet. Is that right?
You told me 60 feet of blind sight.
Was it 60? I thought it was. 30, but I could be wrong.
I remember you telling me 60. If it's 30, I'll change it, but whatever.
I just trying to make sure I got it. Swear. But what were you? What were you saying before?
I will let you know that I have tremor sense up to 60 feet as this
Damn.
animal.
Okay, this is what I had typed before, so it's a blind set of 30 feet.
Okay, cool. I'll change it to 30 feet. 30. Hey.
Okay. You are changing to what?
I'm not saying. I just want to let you know that I have tremor sense up to 60 feet.
Okay.
Can anyone not see in the dark, at least minimally? Does anyone not have dark?
I can see. You can see live. Can you see in the dark?
Yeah, I got dark
Objection.
vision.
Can you see in the dark?
I'm good.
And I assume Warforged have dark vision. So I think
Warforged-
everyone.
Warforged actually do not have any special senses.
Oh, you can
But
just see
I'm-
because you have tremor sense right now.
I'm currently in a Kutheric, which have dark vision
Yeah.
and tremor sense up to 60 feet.
Does a Shaka have blind sight as a half orc?
I think he has dark vision. I think
Okay.
orcs get dark vision, if I'm not wrong.
So is anybody going in with light?
Not if we don't have to.
I'm just asking.
Eh.
Not until we see something interesting. We should
Yeah, not
definitely
in.
put up a lamp so that she could look at something, but
Yeah. And because I have blind sight of 30 feet, I never get disadvantage on my melee attacks.
As you guys are proceeding to go inside, though, not caring about that of the light, I will say this gazer does kind of stop as it kind of looks like it squints and it can't really see.
Hey man, we're going in blind, so you're either gonna have to join us or fuck off.
Glacier pauses. Would you be willing to hold something with your mouth? Yeah, well, she pulls out a lantern.
It'll take the lantern.
She will,
Damn.
she will put the hook in the gazer's mouth and then go ahead and pour the oil in to light it for him.
How much is it?
It is 60-foot cone.
That's weird.
And then
60
dim
foot
light for an
cone?
additional 60 foot. Yes, because I use a bullseye lantern, not the other one.
It's pretty much a flashlight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we didn't get the special lamp.
No,
We
we
did
did not.
Lantern of Revealing.
Yeah, we were thinking about it, but don't need it because I have blind sight and you have tremor sense.
Well, even if you have blind sight or tremor sense, you can't really tell if there's a fake wall or something.
Well, yeah, true, but you can
You
at
also
least
can't see in color.
detect. Yeah, but at least you can detect invisible enemies.
So, with that being said, you guys get yourselves however you need, however you needed to get to go inside with that of the lantern boy. Which are you gonna have lantern boy behind or in front?
Why not in
them,
front?
probably. I don't know if one of them.
It gives off
What?
120 feet of light. Like, we could leave it in the back and be perfectly fine.
Yeah, whatever the gazer wants to do. Honestly,
Yeah,
we
'cause
have no control over
the
him.
fucking the Zoidbergs in the tent probably don't want him to die because
Yeah.
then they can't see us.
Yeah. So if he wants to stay behind us, stay behind us. But if the gazer's gonna go fuck off and do whatever, he can fuck off and die. I don't know.
Nah, if he can, he's gonna go behind you. He got a life. He got to live.
Meh.
Hey man, some of us don't got that
I
prerogative.
don't know how it would sound, but I'm trying to make that sound as this creature. So
Meh.
Oh, just
probably
actually frightening. Okay, good to know.
yeah,
Horrifying screeches.
probably nightmare material.
Oh,
Huh?
one other thing. If you will allow Natsu, can I go ahead and use one of my side dice to make bigger rat?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
Yeah, I think you'll have to re-drag the knife though.
Yeah, I put it on both.
Yeah. Okay.
Meh. Also, objection, you should probably get rid of your concentration marker on your token.
What am
And
I
in
concentrating
character,
on?
that
It's
knife
just the
was
founder
just
keeps
taken
track
off
of too
the
many
creature.
things. I
Oh,
get you.
slow. Okay, I got it. All right.
Now, with that being said, you guys enter on in, and after a little bit of walking in, what seems like what almost seems like weird, cold silence, because it was a little bit colder in that of the mining place in general. You guys were underground. It's in the winter. It's still a little bit warmer than what it would usually be because you were underground. The problem is when you guys enter in, you start to feel a little bit warmer. Not like hot or anything, just it's a bit warmer in the air as you almost start to hear what sounds like small little, like not like crunchy, but like basically just crunchy noise as any of you that kind of look down a little bit, able to see even from that a light, it almost seems like you guys are starting to walk on what looks to be like sand. And with that, I will leave it there, as we will be taking a little bit of a break. We will be back. Alrighty. Alrighty. We are back. Yes, hold up. Let me fix a couple of things here. As we have a person a little bit missing, but it's fine.
Every time you press the Discord notification soundboard button, I check my Discord like an actual gremlin.
Yeah, I look at everyone to see who checks too.
I'm on red. You can't affect me. I'm like, I shouldn't even be hearing it. Let's do this. Sorry, a little bit. There we go.
Oh.
As you guys, as a group, start to enter on into pretty much what seems to be a decently sized area for like that of an basically bigger of hallway of sorts, if you wanted to put it like that. Point being is you have 25 feet across, and as I was saying before, to be that of a darker place in general, even with those that have dark vision could still see. It's a darker in general, you can tell. But you at least have a little Grammy boy to keep that light up, as we will now shift to that of a potential snake-like map, as we will see, as you'll kind of hear it more so, but you can guess to be like that of flowing sand, almost like that of rushing sand from behind you guys. You guys were already walking a little bit of a distance, so you heard some sand, almost what you could guess to be rushing for a little bit, and then it stopped. Whatever that may mean. For now, you guys can just keep going forward if you really want.
I will start burrowing.
We keep moving forward. The gazer should be getting off 60 foot right and 60 foot left.
So,
I only see out to 70.
hold on.
Oh.
God, are we just in a long ass hallway? Jesus Christ.
That's what I was trying to get to. Keep going. Anyways.
Oh, you're moving us back.
Yeah, hold on for a
No.
second.
Or are we still moving forward? We can't tell. It's a long hallway.
Yeah, hold on.
It's not long enough hallway.
You should be able to also see with the light if you're seeing. Which, by the way,
I'm-
I'm just
Yes.
going to give somebody. I don't. Can I give somebody?
I am burrowing, so I can. I'm using my tremor sense, and I see everything within a 60-foot range.
You just see sand.
I can see if something's moving in the sand. Is what I'm pointing out.
I mean, the sand's been moving. So you see the sand.
not the sand that we're on.
You also see
Uh,
us with your anime power.
Yeah.
I was trying to see about just
Just
giving
yank.
control of this guy, but I can't seem to give control of the token without giving the character sheet.
Makes sense.
Lame. Oh, well. Just kind of follow your guys' direction for now.
Liv will stay beside the gazer.
So will that of the other guy, but as you guys keep going in further and further, what feels like that of a very long distance, very long way, going over the sand, except for one of you who is tunneling through the sand. The one that's tunneling through the sand will not notice, as the ones above the sand. I want you to both give me an insight roll.
Insight? Okay.
Do you want one from Glacier and Big Rat,
Oh,
or
I
one
keep
or the other?
forgetting.
I'd
I'll just keep that
say-
roll.
I'd say from both, yeah.
Okay. And
Also,
Glacier does have insight proficiency, so if whatever she rolled doesn't pass, I can side eye.
yeah, how tall is this hallway, by the way?
I'll use an inspiration for this.
You can
I
measure that.
realized that I've been hoarding all of the inspirations in the world.
Oh, is it like 25 feet tall? Like,
You're talking about
height-wise?
height-wise? No, height-wise.
Yeah, like if I were to use my...
height-wise, this is what I would. Well, this is part of the insight check.
Oh. Why do I feel like we're inside of a stomach?
All right. So with those insight checks, the big rat obviously not really gonna notice. Neither does Corona, but Glacier and Liv, you both notice as they are getting further and further. As you guys are getting further and further, it almost seems like more sand is getting into your guys' like clothes, or more so like on you, but like not in the way of like, oh, there's some sand, like I'll just blow it off or shake it off. I mean, like it's almost like sand is like attaching onto them more and more, as you almost see parts of them almost start to look like they got shades of like a shade patch of sand basically. And included into that, I will also say, as you get further and further in, you notice that the area going up top, it was probably like 20 feet up before, like if you started there, it starts to go down and down and down in the height to where you get to the middle point. It's probably about to be that of 5 feet basically, saying that you would have to crouch down to start really walking unless you were small.
With the knowledge.
Actually, wait,
that things
what?
are
Wait,
sticking-
what does Soul Jetpack even help? That's a good question.
It gives you a flying speed. That's all it does.
How do you expect it to
Well,
give you
yeah,
a
but-
flying speed when there's 5 feet?
Just go sideways.
If you go sideways. But it's never used a jetpack in my life, I'm convinced.
It worked. I mean, it just says flying speed, okay? I
I'm
can
gonna
go
just-
sideways.
I'm gonna just tell you it's not gonna work. I'm sorry.
But it would be funny.
You would literally just go head first into the wall.
Alright, so it's gonna come to a point where we can't continue unless we're small.
It's not unless you're small. I said you'd have to crouch unless you were small.
Ew. When does that point come up? Because I don't
said
know when that
halfway.
is.
Halfway, so.
When
literally
is
anywhere.
halfway?
You want to say you're halfway? You
It's
can
a
say
long-
you're halfway. I don't care. It's just a long way.
Alright, cool, I guess. Also, I can't get rid of the effect, so it's just staying on me. Like, keep going.
You all just
No
proceed
point
to
in
keep
not-
going through.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay beside the gazer, so I'm assuming the gazer's.
Yeah, Corona. I mean, I guess she doesn't really notice, other than the sense of she needs to start crouching. So I guess she'll. I don't think she has like goggles or anything, but she'll try to protect herself. I have nothing.
Liv
Whatever,
just
it's
brings
fine.
down his eyes of the eagle. They're basically goggles. Same difference,
I-
really. He still doesn't seem
Oh.
dressed for the occasion, but happens.
The hell?
All right, so as I was say, as you guys were starting to see that of and somewhat of a maybe potential place to go of sorts. Why is as you guys are seeing basically somewhere a potential to go, Corona, give me a Constitution saving throw or a Strength
Okay.
saving throw, one of the two.
I will choose strength. I keep forgetting that I need to roll real dice, but that's a 26, so I will take that.
With that, you will, as you proceed to get a little bit further and further, going past out of a bunch of sand, you feel like you've definitely picked up a bunch of sand on you. You almost feel like there's a huge just mound of sand all over you, up in places you don't want it to be. You're probably going to be uncomfortable and have rashes for probably a good week, but outside of that, you kind of shake it all off, almost like a dog would with all the water, like everywhere.
Guys, be careful of the sand.
The sand's not affecting me in any way, is it? Being burrowing.
No.
Also, what's this biggie? Well, I guess maybe we should wait for people to catch up with us so they can see what we see.
That's up to you.
There's
Where
shit. There's
is
shit.
the point where we would need to start crawling? And how long is it?
Wait, let me check for you. So, wait. How long is this all way? Okay, I can't do the entire thing at once, apparently. If it is... Wait, I can't see. 210 feet, so half of 210 is 105. So about this line back here was the halfway point.
And again, I ask, how long is the part where you would need to be crawling?
The rest of it.
110 feet. Or sorry,
Okay,
105.
gotcha.
What's 105? 100.
Okay.
100 would be 105.
105. So 105 was around the middle point, so it's another 105 till you get up to us.
Do I do it? Yeah, Glacier will use all of her phase step, all three. Teleport 3 times for 90 feet, and then just crawl the last 15.
With that, you will proceed to pretty much go over a lot of the sand, not trying to get any sand up in your shoes, dirt, whatever it is, and you definitely do avoid at least most of the sand, if not just a little bit that maybe you got on you. But for the most part, you were seeing as the sand was almost feeling like it was really attaching to that of Corona, but to you, you don't even care. You don't care. That's nothing.
Guys,
Big
there's
rat
a big
rock
crack.
lost sight of. Fuck. Is small, so it's all through.
Guys, there's a big crack in the floor.
Liv is just assuming that we're forced to crouch and crawl because of the ceiling. Is just gonna upside down crawl because he has a climb speed and he will use it.
Okay, weirdo.
You see, that's what I was gonna try to do, but he wouldn't let me fly like that.
That's because that's flying, you weirdo.
That's because it's flying.
And
What a nerd. Alright. Because the object's not here, I'm gonna say he kind of gets through in his own way.
Whee!
Making my way
Ah.
down.
Wow.
I'm a murder man.
The heck?
What?
A lot of shit in here. There's a crack. There's a statue.
Are you sure you're seeing a statue? It could be a beholder.
Hold on.
That's fair.
is this?
I mean, the token, it's not a token, but I guess it could be a shapeshifter.
I don't know why that's. It should be like this. What?
Well, we got a crack. How do we bypass crack? Don't take that out of context.
It's you're setting yourself up for failure. That's all I'm saying, man.
Honestly, fair.
So as I'm doing this, I'll explain. You guys will see that of pretty much getting a little bit out of the sand, more so towards that what seems to be like a small, almost tunnely like entrance that probably doesn't go too much of a distance, but it does seem to at least be like 10, like basically it feels like it would be like 10 feet going into it. Again, small, if you were small, wouldn't be that much of an issue. But right now, still kind of got to crouch, which also means that you would be, anybody that would be crouching would be having to what do you call it, half movement. Because it would be
Okay.
difficult, it would be like difficult terrain, basically.
Okay. So is that what the crack is? It's just an entrance?
It seems like it's just an entrance.
I can't. There's wall.
I'm just wondering if who's going in and basically like who's going in first. Anything specific?
Anything within 60 feet of me. Anything catching my tremor sense.
What does your tremor sense specifically sense?
Any
Anything
movement
that's
within
moving
60
on
feet.
the ground.
Yeah.
Within 60 feet.
Well, I'm asking because, okay, I should say it like this: how big would it have to be for you to sense it?
Not very.
Just anything?
Yeah. Anything that's not flying or incorporeal.
Okay, so then I'll tell you, you feel probably well over like I'm like not even exaggerating, but I am exaggerating, like thousands of pings just everywhere all around in that of the sand, and even a couple of bigger pings up into a distance a little bit to the top left from where you're at.
Can I tell how big they are? Or just like little.
Yeah, there's one they all seem to be like the same size as you are. One that seems to be also a bit bigger.
I will come up from burrowing and how do I communicate? I don't know.
I mean, you don't see anything. You're still on the backside. I was wondering if you're going through the hole.
I know, I want to let people know that there's plenty of things down here.
If you notice
So
something,
what I'm
blink twice.
So what I'm telling you for the thousands of pings, those felt like between like that of small or like extremely small, like almost like
Oh, well,
insects.
I'm a medium-sized creature. But, all right. Never mind. I'll peek in. I'll start to go.
Do you guys just
I
watch
also
and
wanna-
let this thing go?
I mean, I'll also go.
Or else, not like there's
That
many other
is-
places for us to go.
Yeah, that
It's
is
either we-
forward.
All right, who goes first?
Yeah.
I will.
You go through get a little bit through. Probably have a little bit of dirt in your face, but you can honestly just tunnel through any bit that you really need to. But you get to the other side with no problem.
All right, I will also go
Oh, that's
through.
so cool. Wait a minute, I didn't notice that's what it does.
Let me in.
Can you see that
Let me in.
with your
The tremor sense thing.
yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, then yeah, you should be able to see. Then yeah, you can see even over here. This is what I'm talking about.
I can only say I can't. It's not letting me see through like the walls and stuff, but like I can see like down the hallways.
Well, it's a
Let me
it's a
in.
little bit finicky. You will proceed to follow through, no problem. If you want to go that way, you can. But again, there's what seems to be like that in front of you guys. Getting everyone through a little bit by little bit. What seems to be like 4, what you would guess to be stone, maybe like marble, stone or like marble like statues of people. Statues of humanoids, and I say humanoids because that's what they would be. Humanoids that seem to be like reaching out like their hands, as almost as if they were like asking for something, but not like specifically. And what you can tell, especially if the rest of the group is going in, because I'm bringing Merg to bring the light. As you see Merg flash around the light a little bit, you can see what looks to be like a weird variation of these statues, all having a similar yet non-similar, almost pattern of sorts. As what you see is you
There's
see
a Medusa, right?
You see, firstly, this woman here, this seeming to be like having like a step, being that of like a stone statue and everything. The hands are out, but the thing is, when you see the mouth, you don't like you see it open, and you can see it on the other statues too. But you see this mouth like it's almost like black and like nothing inside. There's no teeth. There's no tongue. What you see in another statue, it seems like someone who has no eye sockets, as you just see the black emptiness of the inside. You see another statue with their hands out, except they don't have hands. It's just their arms that are like in the same position. And then you will also see to be that of this last character of sorts, which you can see to be as if someone has chopped off their ears before whatever could have occurred. At least that's what it feels like.
Speak no evil.
They all hold out their hands though.
With the knowledge that this is a former Yuan-Si religious site, would we be able to make any form of check to determine if this is religion relevant, anything?
I'm not gonna make you roll. You can just assume that this is like that, getting into more Greek mythology kind of deal, if that's what you want to say.
Yeah, this like so how detailed are these statues?
It's almost like they were like made perfectly. Like,
all right, so we're dealing with either a Medusa or a basilisk, or both, or other things that can petrify you. And given that this is a Yuan-Ti and we saw snakes, I'd say Medusa is at least one of them.
Gorgon.
I don't know if I would know that in character, but I'm saying that.
I mean, you can say what you want. That's fine.
I have not been sent by a statement so hard. Alright, well, if we are dealing with that, I at least have blind sight, so I can be immune to it, and you have tremor sense, so you can be immune to it. I don't know about the rest of you. And also, it seems like there might be more than one way of petrification, because each of these people have a different thing. Like the first person has their tongue and teeth removed. The second person has eyes. That makes sense. Hands and then ears.
Have you not ever dealt with regular decay in artistry?
The only other thing I'll say that I forgot to mention was at least a couple of them are a little bit more synced into that of the sand a little bit.
I mean, of course there could be decay, but not this specific of a decay. Wouldn't it be like the entire thing is decaying rather than just a specific area?
It's sand. We could say it's particularly removed, but really you can chalk that down to some twisted form of artistry. Or
Well, if we do, then of course it has some sort of meaning to it. And
you
these are
could
really
just-
detailed statues, so either we're dealing with petrification or someone who's really fucking good at making statues, and which one do you think we're dealing with?
One additional question. With Mason's tools proficiency, how likely is it that these statues had these pieces removed after they became statues? So, like,
If you were to make a guesstimate, it's too clean to be after.
Okay, so definitely petrification then. Alright. Oh, so wait, maybe they tried to... Wait, if they are still petrified, but they still... If they still got petrified even after removing this... So they got rid of their tongue and teeth, but they still got petrified. They got rid of their eyes, but they still got petrified. They got rid of their hands and were still petrified. And they got rid of their ears and were still petrified. Wait.
or they were
Taste,
dying,
touch,
mauled,
light.
and then got petrified. It's
Wait. 4 of the 5 senses are gone. One of the senses isn't gone, and that's smell. No one has their nose removed. I don't know if that's important, but that's something that I just noticed. Man, if only I had keen smell. Fucking. The one time.
That's really up to you guys if you want to do anything with this knowledge. There is still another place you guys can go, but who knows?
Just
Maybe there
wanna
might
know
be
what's going
information
on
to get
here.
There might be nothing. Either way.
actually we might as well try. How heavy are these statues?
I'm trying to think, bro. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It's like exactly what you would think a stone statue would like be. I don't know how much that would be in pounds.
Cool.
Heavy.
Easy, just
A
gonna
lot.
try to turn it over.
You can't turn it too much or try to pull it. As I said, it's a little bit stuck in the sand.
If these were people, like before they were statues, they'd be 10 times their weight. So if they were 100 pounds,
That is true. It would be way too
So,
heavy
like,
to actually move.
I'll be honest, then it'd probably be like 2,000 pounds then.
it's heavy.
I don't even know what we would give them. Like,
We don't have enough information to even do anything off of this.
I mean, I have a bunch of fucking teeth. Can I go up to the one who's missing teeth and put a bunch of the giant rock mole teeth that we got? We have 3 of them, so I'll see. Yeah, I'll put 3 of them in the hands. Be like, I don't know.
You put 3 in the hands.
Well, that didn't do anything.
And what do you plan on doing with
Maybe.
the other ones? Tearing your
Well,
arms
I mean,
off
we
and putting
have
them in the gym?
troll. We have troll arms for the guy missing arms.
Just because it's in our party inventory doesn't mean we have it. I mean, where would we be keeping this stuff on us? Who's
That's
carrying
fair.
it?
I'm just saying that we have it. We don't have anything for eyes, though. Alright, I'll just take the teeth back. Yeah, we don't have anything for eyes or ears.
I'm just gonna head on over the other direction.
Yeah, I don't think
You guys start to see, by the way, as you guys are starting to kind of do your own thing, maybe leave around. Some of you can kind of visibly see as this little gazer, this little buddy, little Murgy boy, he's starting to look scared.
Meh. Meh, meh,
Oh, look
meh.
at you. Failure of a beholder in every way, shape, and form. Aren't you just adorable? Come on, little buddy, let's go.
Do you know something about this place? Make
He
2 minutes if you do.
literally the only person that, no, he'll just be like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
That wasn't 2. It's 1 for no, 2 for yes.
And then it drops the lantern, and then it just starts to try to basically fly away.
Whoa there, buddy. And Liv just holds on to it. You're coming with us. Oh, gosh. You have eye stalks. You can use them.
Glacier will psionic or psychic whispers blank her, live, and choose up to 3 creatures you can see.
Can you
Wait 1 moment.
can you paste that again?
Yeah, 1 sec. Oh, it didn't go. 1 moment. So we will link Amp because he can't talk already. Live because he's the one that's got the gazer, and then the gazer. And then Glacier is also linked because she is the one. Yeah.
Liv's first moment right after he realizes, however he's supposed to realize that they're mentally linked, is to do the one thing he remembers his dog doing. Mentally sending a bark.
I'm not going to save you next time you go down.
Whoa. Whoa.
And Liv just cackles, like, out loud as he sends that.
Alright,
That
let's
was a
go
good
fuck
time.
up a Medusa. If I need to, I can blind myself.
Before you do that, Gazer, and she will telepathically ask it, now that we can understand you, do you know something about this?
Oh yeah, these things have no languages. They
They don't
don't
need.
have a spoken language.
It's telepathic
They-
I
and
know it's
due to how
telepathic,
psychic
and I was
whispers.
reading it. I was trying to make sure. Unfortunately, I was doing some searching up, and I'm like, unfortunately, they don't need to share a language, but they do need a language. So unfortunately, you still get the same. Either way, yeah. If you're just grabbing onto him and you just wanted to hold him, you pretty much can. Like he can't resist you that well.
You see, little buddy? We're gonna be friends until you die.
You almost feel like you hear the whimpering.
It's okay, maybe it'll be who dies. Who knows? I know, it's gonna be you who dies. Friends till your end.
All right. Anyways, you guys go through there at the front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
As you're going through, does your
I am ready
creature
to
make-
blind myself.
Does your creature make any noises? Like what noise would it make?
Like what do you mean? Like when it's moving?
Like, yeah, when it's moving.
I don't know. Let me see. Well, they communicate by hissing and chittering.
So as you two both get through, you being
I'm-
that as your creature basically coming out, even though the glacier, sorry, not glacier, Rhoda being that of ready to go through, you guys proceed on through, and getting to the other side, you start to hear what sounds like that of almost like hissing and clicking in the distance. One that would be similar to the kind that you make.
Well, I know you have tremor sense. How tall can I tell? Is this still like 5 feet tall?
No, this is like 6. No, it's not 6. This is like between 7 to 8 feet tall. But these columns do block up that entire way.
So, would I be able to use my jetpack so that I'm not on the ground? Although you can still hear it. No, tremor sense. I mean, you can still hear the fucking jetpack. So I'll.
Is
My-
everybody
my-
else going through, by the way?
My tremor sense is going off right now.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go.
Liv is also going through. After he goes
I'm
through,
ready
he's gonna,
I'm ready
After
to
he goes
blind
through, he's going
myself
to-
if I need to.
activate his soul board.
Okay. Wait, how do you plan to activate your soul board if you have to hold on to Lil Dude?
Oh, do I need to tap it?
Well, I'm saying the little dude's been struggling in your arms, so if you let him go, you might need to still because you still have to do everything like donning it on. But he might escape if you do that.
Oh, that's easy. Stuff him in the bag first. Just stuff the gazer in the bag, close the bag,
What
activate
kind
the
of
soul
bag?
board. My backpack.
You're evil.
Just putting him in my backpack with all the stuff inside. Give it a second, give it a second. I'll be right back. Closes it. Puts on the soul board, activates the soul board, opens
Wait.
the back, grabs the gazer. There you go, little buddy. Now we're both flying.
You could tell if it had a nose, it would have been disgusted for some reason.
The chips.
Oh yeah, I also have chips, but we're not eating chips because I have a feeling that we're gonna need to fight for our lives soon.
Yeah. I don't even know if my jetpack would be worth using. It'll get rid of tremor sense, but they can still fucking hear it.
Do you proceed on through with? Proceed on through. You said.
Yep.
Well, since me and Glacier are telepathically connected, I'm gonna say there's me's.
There's what?
There's me's.
Did he say something weird? I feel like he said something weird.
He says.
Liv is also connected, but
Yeah, but they have to talk to you. They can't talk to me.
He
oh,
says.
interesting. You're right.
He says there's there are me's as you see his character again. This weird, almost like, I don't know how to explain it. Very hairy, very multi arms. Got basically that of a somewhat tough bug-like hide, and a lot of razor sharp teeth just all around. As this thing with almost like hair spines looks at you, Glacier, and I'm talking about like the character Amp looking at you as this creature, just like it's me.
Liv actually just says, "Oh, wait, no, I see it. I see it. Did he mention a big, scary, looking exactly the same further down the line? You see it, Glacier? Just further down the line."
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's a light shine. Are you blind like that?
Well, since you're looking that way, you can see what seems to be like something walking over the sand, getting its way closer.
Glacier will reach over to the gazer, put the hood down on the lantern. Killer
I'm
vibe.
gonna start like tittering at him, talking in Kuthrik,
What did
because
you?
that's the language we.
What did you do with Light Boy?
Since it is a hooded lantern, Glacier is literally just gonna put the hood down. Or I'm sorry, no, it's a bullseye lantern. Fuck, never mind, I lied.
I'm gonna speak in the Kuthrik language, which is just a bunch of tittering and hisses. And I'm gonna just be like, "Friend? Question mark?"
You will say that as you at once heard that of a bunch of like skittering this in the distance, like a little bit going on at first, but when you had spoke, it's almost like in a symphony of silence that followed. Can you give me a survival check as that monster?
I keep my mental stats when I'm wild shaped. Does that affect anything?
This is for the monster behavior, so I'm trying to, so it's more of like how the monster would react, or at
So I'm
least
pretty
like
sure
how they would feel like they would react.
that's your wisdom plus if it's proficient, it's proficiency.
Right. Yeah. But he said to do a survival check as the monster.
Ah.
So.
I think he's saying to roll for them because he might not have the sheet up.
No, I think you want me to roll.
No,
for my
no. If you say it'll work off of just your own, you can use your own.
Okay.
Yeah, the mental stats stay the same. It's the physical stats that.
Yeah. What I'm playing off of, I'm saying it's more of like, because he's the creature, he gets the feeling or would understand what's potentially may be happening or what may be not happening. That's what I was getting at.
My survival's a lot better when it's going 3 amp.
Being part of this creature, at least for that of a little bit, you've been able to understand with the way that you are, if they were to essentially attack right now after just being spotted, you know that's usually a death sentence for those creatures. So at least for right now, you don't think that they're being aggressive.
So, don't aggro them is the name of the game.
You will start to hear a little bit of sandy steps, though, coming from what seems to be like that of it almost around the corner, like, of this big pillar. As you come a little bit closer into a face-to-face confrontation of monster to monster, as you're looking at this creature as it's looking at you in an almost identical like manner. You turn your head a little bit left, it turns its head a little bit left. You turn your head a little bit right, it turns its head a little bit right, or however that would look, whatever. Point being is it's almost like it examines you at first, and then it looks at you and then proceeds to go like as it's doing its like skittering thing that basically nobody else really can hear unless you have something else, I don't know, that's connecting to you, but like you hear it because you have that same language as this monster, especially being this monster, as it's pretty much saying, "Brother, have you found food? Food for us, brother? Easy pickings?"
No. Friend, not foe. Friend, not food.
Friend, not foe, but food friend. Friend is food. Family first. Friends first.
If friend food, you food. Back off before I eat you.
Me the food. Give me an intimidation check.
Alright. That would be, I don't know. Amps intimidation to that.
It is charisma, so
Yeah.
Imagine you transform into a creature with the highest of mental stats and you just can't use those because you're just like, damn.
Yeah.
Normally these guys
that's
are.
why polymorph. That's why polymorph
Ooh,
dissolve
wow.
your stats, I believe.
Alright. Straight roll, since I have no bonus.
If I'm going to fucking eat you.
He looks at you literally like with a stareless blank. You can't even tell what he's thinking. And he looks back for a second, proceeds to turn back around looking at you. Okay. As he just starts to walk away.
Yeah, all you guys heard was I don't know if you heard me. My mic might have been cut up, but just hisses and chittering. I'm
I just look at Amp and I'm like, we good?
I'm gonna turn to Glacier because I can talk to them. I'm gonna tell him, Guthric, hive creature, be careful.
You will start to also, all of you can notice this, but you will also start to notice as these creatures, not really trying to show themselves, but they're not being very stealthy, as they're kind of just looking at you guys like off in the distance as if a creature was just, or as if like they were just stalking you, seeing your every action.
You know, if you can talk to them, you might want to ask them about the statues, maybe? Just a thought.
Guthric, very dumb. They don't know.
That
We'll
is
just
the
follow. We'll
epitome.
take your lead and we'll follow you so that they know that we're with you.
Stay close.
Oh, by the way, is little gazer boy, is little failure of a beholder still scared?
I mean, he's definitely still scared. Like, he's been holding the light, but he's only been holding the light because he's basically been forced to, because he's like, he doesn't want to be here anymore. He sees this is getting dangerous, actually dangerous.
It's okay, Liv pets the beholder. Not the beholder, the gazer, and just goes, there, little buddy. Just accept the fact that you're probably gonna die.
You guys getting anywhere near closer, they will scatter away, by the way.
Pipes.
I don't think we can go through that. Oh, I guess we can.
As you proceed to go through, you see what seems to be like that of a even bigger, what you would guess to be that of a large version of what you guys are. Or sorry, yeah, a large version of what your size would be. Almost like looking at the almost what you would guess child speaking to their mother, as this thing seeing you get a little bit closer in general, kind of sides by the smaller one as you see a bigger one start to walk towards your way.
Okay, take this away, Amp.
I'm gonna telepathically talk to Glacier, tell him offer food so they don't eat you.
Oh, we have rations. We just got 10 rations. I'll go through my pack. Be like, you. Glacier?
What do you offer it?
Glacier has rations. She is going to work on pulling those out, and she will relay to the others. He says they want food.
I'll get out. How many have we seen? 1, 2, 3. I think there's probably a fourth. So I'll get out 5 of the meat rations that I got from the rock moles. And just be like, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5.
Glacier, watch your back. Tell everyone else to watch theirs too.
So you pull out 5 rations of basically meat.
Yeah, the meat that I got from the rock moles.
It still starts. It's not starts. It's still walking towards you. So, are you going to put it on the floor? Or are you going to just hold it?
Yeah, I'm putting it out in front of me, like one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like in front of, like between, like kind of like in this square right here. There we go. I put a line.
It gets next to the food. It looks at the food. It looks at you. It looks at the rest of the group, kind of like very slowly eyeing every creature here, whilst it almost seems like it's still trying to keep an eye on probably some others in the distance, as it will proceed to pretty much like see this long like tongue coming out to start to basically like touch the food with its tongue just a little bit, as it proceeds to pick up basically one of the rations by like wrapping its tongue a little bit around it and slurping it up, and just starts chomping on it. Just...
I'm gonna talk to him and Kutherick and just start tittering at him and say, peace, no trouble.
It starts to skitter back at you while still eating. Only trouble you get here is ones you make. Ones you make must not be bad one. This is some good meat though.
So just don't attack.
I talked to Glacier, like, we have passage. No sudden movements.
Don't move a lot. I don't know what's happening anymore.
And then I will just slowly walk around.
During this time, after being warned, Liv is just gonna, you know, where he was just, kind of casually holding the gazer, he just goes, "Hey, no, no making big noises, come on." And he's gone from just holding it by the head to giving it the little, "Oh, you're a plush now. This is your life now.
Yeah,
Your life is
hold
a
up there
plush."
for a second. Before you get by him too far, Glacier in specific, you will notice this thing has stopped eating its meat and it's looking directly at you. Like, I'm talking about like you're just walking by, like you're trying to keep yourself, like you know, like you're good. Close your eyes for like a split second. You're like, okay, calm yourself. You look and you see this thing's big ass forehead and big two eyes looking at you, almost like it's trying to look at you eye to eye level.
Glacier stares at it, and then she gives it a very slow wave.
You give it a wink?
Wave.
A wave.
Oh, a wave.
Just wink at it.
Hey, how you doing?
Give me
Just a.
give me a it's not a saving though. Just give me a charisma check.
It's due.
No.
It looked like it looks like this creature was proceeding to almost like sniff you out as if they were about to give you a big lick, and then they proceed to kind of roll their tongue back a little bit as they proceed to go back to eating their meat as if they are uninterested by you.
She's just gonna keep on walking. She's honestly probably happier she didn't get licked.
I wouldn't want to get licked by me either.
Liv makes the least sudden of movements because he's not even moving. He's just hoverboard gliding forward at a slow pace.
You hear the small, very small noise of behind you guys. Just a small move. Though proceeding through, you guys. As you guys are proceeding through, as I said before, these other creatures have been basically slowly stalking you. However, they don't seem to be doing anything in specific outside of that. So maybe you got by without any issues. The only issue left would be to find out where you guys could potentially go now.
Oh,
I'm
seems
seeing
like, yeah.
two ways. I'm 3 ways. We're going to be
Yeah, there's probably more if we go up.
3 ways.
Wait, 4 ways.
4 ways.
Yeah, there's 4 ways. Also, I'm just gonna move myself around so I can actually know what all of the different
you can
areas
move
on this
yourself
map
around
are.
right now. You're good. You just move around.
I wanted to lie. I forgot which one of these is Amp and which one is not.
Amp is the one with the shovel.
Okay, cool. He started moving around, and then there was this one, and then he was right there. And then
You
I
lost Amp. He's blending in.
Amp's just gone forever. They grabbed one of them by accident.
So yeah, there's 4 exits. And under no circumstances do we split up.
I have a good feeling about this one right here. I have a good
Well,
feeling.
that is where the light is shining, so fuck it, why not?
If you want to.
And just in case we come back to this map, I'm gonna put an X next to this door. You know, I was expecting a Medusa immediately, but I guess coming against these guys is fine. Why were there statues?
Who knows? In any case, You guys come through here. I'm just gonna put you on the other side. There you go. Put you on the other side. There you go. Anybody that wants to go to the other side, just get over here. But for anybody that's going to be going in, what you guys see is it seems to be like a almost giant, and again, it's dark as normal, but even with that, without the light too much, you can hear the sound of a rapid, almost like rapid sand just moving. As you can see, it seems to be like an almost giant, like colossal whirlpool of sand, almost as if it was like a tide pool of sorts, that seems to all kind of collect and go towards what seems to be a middle kind of rock standing up, but what seems to be like that of a huge like heap of gold, and what seems to be like some type of item on top of the gold. But to get to that, you would even need to get past that of whatever this huge sand-like pit is, and even then,
Well,
you can see just from you can see just from looking at it, especially because I'm assuming you're bringing the light.
mhm.
You can see from just looking at it that it appears that the rock, like the big rock that it's like the heap of gold is on, it seems a little bit unstable, as if it's almost shaking a little bit to the left, to the right, kind of swerving around, but it doesn't seem unstable enough to really like drop at all.
How tall is this room?
This room would be about like 6 feet from where you are at, but the more you get closer, the more like down it would technically go if you were going into if you're going below. But it is kind of same height with that of the stone gold of sorts.
So would I be able to use my jetpack?
I mean, you could if you really wanted to. That's if
Right.
you
Well,
want
I
to.
have a way over. I have a way over, but the question is, how do we get stuff off of that? I'm also just going to move myself up here so I can... Yep, I can confirm that these two go to the same place. Both of those go there.
So I'm assuming there's a ceiling.
Yeah, I'm basically just flying.
Yeah, the ceiling's like 6 feet up from the beginning point. And like, it's 6 feet up in general, but if you go down, it's because of like there's more sand going downwards.
Yeah, be careful, Live. I'm moving around because I'm flying.
Yeah, I'm
Can I
literally
see
hovering
why
2
it's
feet above the
shifting
ground.
if I get close to it?
Huh?
If I get close to it, can I see why it's shifting around?
If you're talking about the top of it, I already said it's because it's. Or you're talking about the sand itself.
Well, the sand itself, but also like, why is it unstable is the question. But yeah, the sand itself is everything.
Because it looks like that of the sand itself. You can't tell where it goes. It almost seems like there seems like to be like a bit of darkness going deeper down below, past whatever could be wherever could be the long piece. But the long piece that seems to be a little bit shaky in general, but not like shaky enough to like fall or anything, but it's just a little bit shaky, going up to what seems to be like that of the unstable, unshaky rock above with a gold on it. And why I re-explain that is because it doesn't seem like there's anything in specific outside of it just being in rock on top of a rock.
Right. Well, we can figure out what to do with this later, but we know that this is here, so we can come back to it. Right?
You say that, but the last place that we went into and we,
Oh
killed
yeah,
some
that's true.
dwarves.
Yeah. All right. You said that there's an item, or is it just the gold that's on here?
It seems like there's an item like kind of dug a little bit deep into the gold, but like it's almost like it's not like a sword or anything, but it's like, you know, like seeing like like an item
Yeah.
sticking out from the top.
Right. Given that I'm flying, I'm gonna go I assume I can go over it without touching it.
I mean, unless, well, if you're trying to touch the item, but I mean, in general.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to get exactly in the center as much as I reasonably can so that I can distribute my weight. Gonna slowly go down, make sure that if I don't have to touch the ground, I won't, but I want to make as little movement on this rock as possible to get this item out.
I'm gonna say it like this: you don't have like a spy jetpack or nothing like that, so you're not gonna be able to get kind of vertical and also stay stable enough to kind of get it out. You would have to, you would have to basically land to like kind of
All right.
reach down like that.
Alright, then I'll land as close to the middle as I can to distribute my weight properly and then do that.
You do so, landing on what seems to be like that of a big pile of gold, as you see a couple of gold coins just start to drop as you've gotten on, drop into that of the sand, going into that of the darkness pit down below.
Alright, let's get this item first and then any gold I can. So first the item.
What are you all doing in this meantime, by the way?
I'm watching, I guess.
Likewise, boys, we don't have a whole lot to do here.
Liv is just gonna have the gazer with him, pulling him back closer to the tunnel.
How's the
so
gazer
that they have-
reacting to this gold pile, by the way?
I mean, he doesn't
Pretty
care as much. He just wants to live.
That's fair.
You know, Liv knows potential trap when he sees one. If this collapses, he's making sure that they can just escape.
Yeah. And even if the rock falls, I have a jetpack and a flying speed, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
Unless something comes from the sand and grabs you down.
So,
Yeah, fair. Just activate sanctuary, okay? I don't consent.
so hold up, I'm trying to see.
The rock falling is the DM doing a hostile action towards my character, so he has to make an IRL wisdom saving throw.
I believe this is it. Okay. So, what you see to be, basically the thing that's kind of like sticking out. It seems to be like that of a almost, I want to say kind of gold, but like I'd say it at least looks golden. Slightly golden, slightly bronze. Almost like armband of sorts, as it'd be like a guard armband, if you know what I'm talking about, where it would go over your arm a little bit, but kind of like almost like to be fitting to be that of a glove of sorts. The thing is, okay, I just want to make sure. So, as you proceed to start to kind of like try to get this this item of sorts sort out, you feel like it's almost like just a little bit stuck, as it's like, who know what it could be, but you probably want it. Maybe not. Doesn't really matter, considering the fact that when you were pulling it out, you potentially didn't hear that to be what could have been any of the group behind, as they start to notice, as it looks like that of the gold itself almost starts to consume that of Corona as you guys start to see something that comes to life, not something
Well-
that any of you want to see,
A
as that
treasure mimic.
entire pile
Yeah.
has caught you in
I
its trap,
expected this.
Corona.
Yeah, I expected this. Cool.
And with that, unfortunately, I am going to say, you're going to,
Roll initiative.
I would say roll initiative, but kind of want to save this for next time. But with that being said, you're probably at least going to be grappled at the next time we do this.
This is fine.
But I'm just letting you know, I was waiting this entire time for this.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, I will have to end the session here for today, as next time we'll come back to even more, as who knows what other dangers may or may not lie ahead today, tomorrow, the next. Who knows? But for now, we say goodbye, and hopefully we don't have to say goodbye to Corona for a while, because who knows what might happen.
Hey,
Forever, because he's coming back.
Hey, guys. I have a phrase. I don't consent.
Oh,
It didn't work.
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it.
And you know
I
what?
Yeah,
was-
I knew.
hope so. With that
You
being
know
said,
what?
bye-bye.
What Natsu's saying is, it's